The man who spoke once was asked to speak again. Marcus Lewis learned how to live quietly. Not peacefully. Quietly. There's a difference. Peace means the past lets you go. Quiet means you learn how not to disturb it. Years had passed since the truth erased him. Long enough that new faces filled old rooms. Long enough that his name stopped triggering reactions. Because most people didn't recognize it anymore. That was the deal life offered him. Stay quiet and survive. And for a long time, Marcus accepted it. What a small life by design. He worked a job that didn't ask questions. Paid the bills. Went home. No authority. No spotlight. No opinions that needed to be shared. He avoided situations that required explanations. Avoided conversations that drifted toward what happened back then. Not because he was ashamed. Because he knew how easily the truth could turn on you. Marcus had learned something most people never do. The system doesn't fear lies. It fears patterns. And people who speak twice are patterns. The message was clear. The message arrived on a Tuesday. No warning. No context. Just a name he didn't recognize and a sentence that tightened his chest. I think what happened to you is happening again. Marcus stared at the screen longer than he should have. He didn't respond. He didn't delete it either. Because deep down he recognized the tone. Not dramatic. Not angry. Careful. The tone of someone standing at the edge of a line, wondering how far the fall really is. That night Marcus didn't sleep. Not because he was afraid. Because memory doesn't knock, it returns. He remembered the shrug. The silence. The way the punishment came without fingerprints. And he remembered something else too. How alone it felt to be the first one. By morning he had already decided. Not to speak. Just to listen. The meeting. They met in a small cafe far from where it all started. The young man, Evan, kept checking the door. Same job. Different year. Same request. Target him, Evan said. No reason given. Marcus didn't interrupt. Didn't react. Because he already knew the rest. The sudden tension at work. The schedule changes. The whispers. Evan asked the question Marcus once asked himself. Did you regret it? Marcus took a long breath. No, he said. But I underestimated it. Marcus didn't sugarcoat anything. He told Evan the truth no one had told him. That reporting wouldn't feel brave. That doing the right thing wouldn't feel clean. That there would be no moment where everyone suddenly understood. They won't attack you, Marcus said. They'll redefine you. Evan swallowed hard. Then why did you answer my message? Marcus didn't respond immediately. Because that was the question. Evan finally asked it. I don't want to be the first one. The words hung heavy. Marcus understood them better than anyone. Because the first one pays the highest price. Records get buried. Stories get twisted. Lives get quietly dismantled. Marcus had already paid. The question now was simple and brutal. Was he willing to risk opening old wounds, so someone else wouldn't have to stand alone? Marcus knew what speaking again would mean. Not recognition. Exposure. Once your name resurfaces, it doesn't stay contained. People start revisiting old decisions. Old justifications. Old guilt. And systems don't like reminders. Speaking once made him invisible. Speaking twice could make him dangerous. Marcus met Evan again. This time he brought documents. Copies of the original report. Notes. Dates. Proof that the pattern wasn't new. I won't lead this, Marcus said. But I won't disappear either. He would testify, not as a whistleblower, but as evidence. A living record of what happens when the truth arrives too early. Evan nodded. For the first time since this started, he wasn't alone. Now the system notices. Things moved faster this time. Because now there were two voices. Two timelines. One pattern. Marcus's name began circulating again. This time with context. This time with corroboration. And something strange happened. People who had avoided him years ago started reaching out. Quiet apologies. Careful messages. Not courage, but recognition. Marcus didn't become a symbol. He didn't give speeches. He didn't reclaim what was lost. But something changed. The system hesitated. And sometimes that's the most justice you get. Marcus once believed telling the truth was about being right. Now he knew better. It was about timing, about numbers, about whether the truth arrives alone or with backup. He spoke once and lost everything. He spoke again, so someone else wouldn't have to. So ask yourself this: if the truth came back to you, years later, asking for your voice again, would you answer? You'd wonder, what happens next? Just like and subscribe to our channel, and we'd be glad to post the next episode.